the perfect.
The first thing that struck me in my first Sazerac here at Absinthe was the amount of time and care that Johnny put into making the drink. There's a bit of a ritual as a bartender when you make a Sazerac. It's fairly simple to build, but it's also easy to screw up because you have so few elements and each element is so powerful. If you tweak quantities of each of those ingredients at all, you're going to change the cocktail. But when you get it right, all these flavors come together and produce something that's ultimately magical.
Well, I first started making the Sazerac here at Absinthe, and that was 5 years ago when I started working here. The people who make the best Manhattans are lovers of Manhattans, and I would say the same thing about this cocktail. I wouldn't say that there are any really wretched ryes out there. The one that we're using today is my favorite. It's Rittenhouse, 100 proof, bottled in bond. Peychaud's bitters, which has a nice anise overtone, and then sweetening it just a touch. Traditionally sweetened with sugar. We're going to sweeten it with a little bit of simple syrup. And I'm stirring it in a tin with ice inside and ice underneath. And it really needs to be super cold because it's all spirit. Rinse the glass with absinthe. And of course, we were using Absinthe from New Orleans before Absinthe was brought back to the States. And it's Pernod's Absinthe that we're using, Pernod Brown. Zest the lemon right over the cocktail. And then per the house Sazerac here, we actually leave the garnish with the cocktail. Traditionally, the garnish is discarded. It's a little bit prettier version of the original. Nonetheless, a Sazerac.
First thing on your palate is going to be the whiskey, and then the sweetness and the anise of the absinthe is going to come through. Know that you've had a bad one when you have too much sweetness or you have too much absinthe or it's just whiskey. A perfect Sazerac has to be balanced. You have to be able to taste all of those components at the same time. It could be packaged as a candy, a Sazerac candy. You can taste that candy and it's going to taste the same every time.